So welcome everyone to my new vlog. Presently I'm in my home, and this vlog will be somewhat a different vlog. It will not be a travel vlog. I'll tell you what happened with us and what are the things and how to go forward. As like you can see here, this is my travel planner for 2020, and I thought that I'll be filling it up with all my travel things, but last month on 27 something happened unexpectedly, although it was expected as things were going on, but it was not expected that my whole family including me will be tested positive for the coronavirus, the COVID situation in India. Today is actually September 21st, and the situation is very grim in our country. And so I think I would like to bring certain things to your notice, because myself being a doctor and my younger brother who was also affected with COVID also is a doctor. So I think I want to bring certain things into the limelight. I have not scripted anything or just made anything, but I thought that this video is very important for some people who are getting messed up with the COVID situation and how to deal with it and all. So I'm trying, I think I'll make this video into one or two, three parts. Firstly, we'll be talking about what happened with me and how we dealt with the situation, being all the members of our family tested positive. So how to tackle that situation, that might be useful for you people. And the second thing is yeah, something about the administration, some things that can be made better, and some things also we as citizens of our country, we should think about the situation right now and take it very importantly. The lastly, I would be telling some of the medications or some things and some things related to post COVID things and all, which with my medical knowledge I think I'll try to give some output out of it, and so that you can also benefit yourselves by just listening to my things. Yeah, I'm not how to say, yeah, these things are personally from my thing, and I'm not going against anyone. I'm not going against any treatment protocol, anything like that, okay? Or everything is from my perspective as a doctor, okay, as a clinician. So first thing is, yeah, this diary, which was meant to be filled with travel things and all, but unfortunately 2020 is not a very good thing, at least for us, so for travel bloggers and also all these things. So yeah, starting out with my thing, my journey. Like on 27th, me, my dad and my mom, because my mom was told by the government of her state to voluntarily test, because she's working in a college as a professor, so we have to declare the RT-PCR test. So by voluntarily I also went with them, and on 27th of August, on 27th of August, after doing the test, I'll come to the scenario, everything I'll be telling in details. The first thing is, on 27 morning 10 o'clock we went and did our testing. When we went to some place, it's called the Hamborua Hall in my small town of Tezpur in Assam, India. And when we entered, it was like okay, but we are called upon. We did our test, but one thing to clarify is the technician who took our samples, they were not following any rules, I think, because they were not wearing the mask, face shield, not even PPE kit, nothing as such, and even the whole complex was, I don't know, not so clean, not like COVID thing for testing. My personal thing, okay. And then we came back, and on 27th I got little bit of symptoms, like I lost my little bit of smell, then little bit of feverish, and little bit of dry cough or a myalgia kind of a thing occurred. And 28th I took rest. On 29th what happened is, because we did our RT-PCR and it needs around 2 days for the test results to come up, So on 29th evening, I was in my room here only with my brother doing some stuff in the laptop and all. Then I suddenly got a call from the ambulance that me and my mom has tested positive and my dad has tested negative. So they were telling from the ambulance 108 in India, okay, not from the authorities, not from the doctors, nothing, just from the ambulance. Then I contacted some of the doctors that I know that the situation is a little bit two members in the family getting, and so I was thinking what to do. So I called up some of the doctors and they told that better home quarantine because the symptoms are not that much. My mom was asymptomatic at that time, but I had little bit of symptoms. So I know, as being a doctor myself, I was taking paracetamol and other vitamin C, Bicosuls and all. But after after tested positive, next day on 30th of August, my brother went to do the test and he did antigen testing and he also came out positive. One more thing I want to bring it to your kind notice is that on 30th when he went to the same place where we tested, uh, the doctor and the authorities wrote him for home quarantine, home isolation, and gave him the medications. But for us, me and my mom, there were nothing like that. There was no signature from us. The communication was missing, basically from the health team of the center and between us. So, but being a doctor, I already took the medications, antibiotics and all. I bought it and I started taking them. And my mom was asymptomatic, so we just gave her some vitamin C and other things, but not antibiotics. But then, okay, this was the first day. And from the second day of the symptoms, like this on 31st of August, my dad, although being tested negative, he had vomiting episodes. And started losing the appetite. After 1 or 2 days, it became a little more. He vomited 5 or 6 times. So we thought that, and we called up the thing. The thing is that he tested negative, so he cannot be admitted to any hospital. And in my hometown, the private hospitals are not taking patients or non-patients also, but showing symptoms and also. But still, my brother and my dad went to see some doctor here, local doctor, and but they insisted on being home quarantined and not to admit in the hospital. Okay, then we were regularly checking the SpO2. For us it was okay, but for dad it gradually came down, like 93, 92, even 89. And you know that SpO2 should not fall under 95 in medical terms. If it falls under 95 or 94, you need treatment. Okay, so the first thing I want to tell you is that COVID is nothing to panic about, but to prepare about. The thing is that if someone is showing symptoms on the first day, that is the day one, immediately we have to start the treatment. And the treatment guidelines I'll be telling in the later part of the video, what we actually do in the hospitals or how to take care of them. So I thought that as my dad was showing symptoms little bit, like fever he had, then loss of appetite, vomiting also, it is maybe atypical symptoms of COVID are huge. Patients might, as you know, normally the main symptoms mainly are dry cough, fever, malaise, body ache, anything that sort. And actually the COVID infection is mostly a upper respiratory tract infection which involves our nasopharynx and the oropharynx, and less in some people only it suffers the lower respiratory tract, LRTI, we call it LRTI, lower respiratory tract infection, which involves our lungs, and little bit of pneumonia also comes up. Yeah, I'm not going into the pathological basis of the disease in this particular video. If you want me to make some other kind of videos regarding COVID, how it affects the thing and all, please let me know in the comments below. I will try to make that also. But regarding this video, I just want to highlight some of the important things that we should know. And then, as I am telling about my dad's condition, after 2 days, he got fever. So we immediately me and my brother immediately thought of starting some of the medications, like put him on steroids, give some antibiotics injections to him, and also I also told my dad to do one HRCT, okay, the CT scan of the thorax, and also to do some blood tests like CRP, LDH, ferritin, and the D dimer assay, which gives a clear picture of the how the disease progression is taking place, and so that also we can also determine a kind of the way or the path in which the medications has to be given or not, and how complicated the things are. If we do the blood test and do the CT scan, it gives us a clearer picture. And I was constantly with touch with some of my colleagues, and I'll tell in the video also, I'll mention some of the things. Yeah, they helped me so much, and I was in constant touch with them. So it also helped me in the proceedings and how to follow it. That, yeah. And coming back to my dad's thing is like we gave him, and but he was having continuous dry cough, little bit of fever, about 100.5 to 101 degrees of Fahrenheit. 101 is not a good thing because signs of pneumonia started to appear in the CT scan. So we started on steroids and give the other medications as usual. And also we started on low molecular weight heparin because the D dimer of was also a little bit high. It was not 1.5 times to 2 times of the normal value, but it was a bit high. So we didn't want to take any chance. So we gave enoxaparin, that is low molecular weight heparin. I'll tell in details in some other video about this thing, how we are giving and all. The thing is that he was recovering well, like slowly after the medications were given. He started to revive. SpO2 from 89 came to 93, 95, 96, like that. And we also gave him nebulization with one steroid and one bronchodilator, so it also helps a little bit. And the normal things, as we are having this green tea with tulsi and other medicinal herbs and all with warm water, that I was taking. And me and my brother, we had mild symptoms, that is of this fever, sore throat, cough. Dry cough was there for me, which lasted about 5 days to 6 days. Then it came down because I was taking the necessary medications, and also was drinking the hot water and gargling and all those things I was doing. So we were okay. But dad's thing was a little bit complicated. It went for some 10 to 12 days. And today is September 21st, and he was okay by September 16th. Before 5 days he was quite okay. He gained the appetite, and now he's eating properly, and the things, yeah, I think we have somewhat come over the perils of the virus, we can tell now. But things actually is not, it doesn't end up here. The post-COVID situation is also very important, and how the treatment protocols matter, and the repeat tests that you have to do or consult some other doctors around it. Those things also we have to take care about. So this was the first part of my video, that how we cope up with the situation. In the next part of the video, I'm going to tell about if a family gets the COVID infection, the whole family members together, and how to deal with the situation, what are the things you have to keep in mind, and how to deal with the proceedings. Okay, that will be in my next part. And lastly, in my third part of the video, I'll be telling about the related to COVID, what medications, and also any vaccine things coming up, and what is the present scenario in our country, in India. All those things we'll be comparing with the other parts, and I'll be telling you about. So catch up in the next part of the video.